All right, mic check, mic check. We are rolling. All right, you see this massive bearish candle here. We get a very bearish 2 hour candle closure. And first things first, looks like we are sweeping this low and price is starting to expand. So now I'm instantly looking for a retest of this level here, something like this before I try to short. But right now, I think price is in very bullish territory. So I want to know if we can actually start putting in some structure at this low. So looking at the hourly, two things get my attention. This massive move higher. We have this down close candle right here, and we have this down close candle right here, which was pretty much support for a little bit. You see price get on top of it, reject, make a new high, pull back to it, break it, but then get right back on top of it and start climbing. All right. So the real divergence that got my attention was here. If you go back and you look at NASDAQ, you'll see NASDAQ offered a sweep of this down close candle with a beautiful rejection. So that's a bearish move there. All right. And with this massive move lower, I want to see if we can get some sort of retest. All right. This could end up printing like a 1 hour fair value gap as well. So I'm just going to sit back and see where price wants to find support down here. Maybe get a buy up to retest something in here. That would be clean. Or just if price wants to run really quickly, wait for price to get up here to short it. Really nice volume. That's all we could ask for. As long as the volume is good, unlike yesterday, this was trash. Yesterday's price action was stuck. But if we can get some volume today, it should be a-okay. So yeah, that's the game plan. I really would like to see. So we have this bullish gap here, this engulfing candle. We just hit this low, right? Close above gap here. So as long as price shows bullishness down here, we should be able to retest this level. If this level breaks, then I think it's going to go higher. There's a lot of speed from here, right? You see price retesting this green zone slightly and ripping right now. All right, nice. And then over here, let's look at NASDAQ. Wow, price is moving quick. This is perfect. All right, so if I'm looking at this down close candle, what do we create from here? We created this imbalance, which is literally the focal point of price right now. Price is holding this imbalance beautifully, this 3 a.m. candle. All right, so from there, down close candle, up, boom. And then there's a gap right here as well that was held. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. I would like to see price retest this exact area here. This exact down close candle. It missed it by a few points. So that's why I'm not really too interested in the buys just yet. All right. NASDAQ didn't. ES barely taps it. But it actually probably doesn't even tap it here. Yeah, that's not going to count, right? You want to see at least a decent jab into it. And here we are. We're pushing back into this level here. We did hit the bottom of this though. So let's see. I really want to know how price responds to this level right here. If we start rejecting this previous down close candle, right? You see how this was very bearish. We got on top of it, went out, swept some liquidity, and now price is back underneath it. If it's bullish, it's gonna look just like this, right? Where you see price get on top of it, close above it, retest, and show that strength. It'll look just like that. And then if it's not bullish, you should get a strong wick off of this area. Something like this, fail to go higher and start closing lower again. I'll be looking to short it down to this level. All right. So if we're looking at the lower time frame now, what happened, right? We swept this 2 hour low into bullish territory. Beautiful signature. All right. Now I want to see a few things, right? I want to know where is my macro zone, which I don't think the macro was pretty volatile today. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see much going on for the macro. It was super bearish, right? There's no gaps that price tapped into. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. So you can use like these bearish gaps as points of interest, but I don't see anything macro related where we had, like, for example, a bearish gap that the macro was trading into. I don't see any of that. But now that we take this low, we break 10 a.m. I want to see how 930 responds, right? We have 930 right here. We have this up close candle. This is where we got that SMT. We got a closure through it. This is beautiful. This looks like we are bearish, guys. Similar to yesterday's setup, right? If I go to look at yesterday real quick, remember we had that 930 giving this bearish structure here. Up close candle, close through it, retest it multiple times, displaced lower, right? The key for this one was price was just manipulated, because as you can see, we take out these highs with no intention of really going higher, because eventually the sells end up getting right back underneath this level, and there goes your sell off. All right. Now here we are today, well below that level. We have this higher time frame level right here that's about to get hit. And then you have this, I'll make this yellow so we know the difference. This is our 930 open, beautiful up close candle, closes through it, retested multiple times. So there's no confusion as to where price is showing resistance. And then we get that displacement lower. All right. And then you can even pull out your Fibonacci and say, all right, well, where is 50% of this? And there it is. Look at how perfect it aligns with this higher time frame level. This could be a short area. Let's see what happens here. And then looking at NASDAQ, I want to know, does it show any similarities? Looks like it does. 930 pushes into this up close candle here. Really more like this one right here. Yeah, up close candle. SMT, beautiful. And then now you see now that price is taking out this 2 hour low, tapped into this higher time frame bullish area. You want to see price retest 930 or some sort of higher time frame resistance. I think we can push back up into here as fast as we were able to move. Maybe price can give you a jab back into this area. First stab at the short may come with some significant resistance from here. I may jab that short. See if that works out. Short that back down to this level here. That would be the first plan. But just gonna wait for price to actually hit one of these levels. You see, we barely missed the bull zone, and we're barely missing this bearish zone as well. I'm sorry, yeah. Bullish, bearish, same thing. I don't know, we might be hitting this. Let me make sure, because these charts sometimes are weird. So it'll be these lows right here. Yeah, these lows in here. We are hitting that level. See what that 1 hour chart looks like. Starting to get some wick. I don't want to really rush this short, but I like this short. I like this short a lot. We're getting SMT off this level though. So I think what's gonna happen is we'll probably get a fair value gap or something in here where price fills in this gap and then goes lower. So I'm chilling for now. Want to see one of these higher time frame candles close. This candle will close in 16 minutes. So yeah, we're chilling. I like the profile a lot. I really like it a lot because coming into this session, I was actually going to be bullish from this area here. I wanted to see, all right, can price offer something similar to this? Can we get a retest after 930 that holds this level? And sure enough, price decides to rip through it. This could be that short, but got to be patient. So if I'm looking at the hourly, yeah, we are tapping into that zone. I guess I could have shorted that. It's just me being patient right now, being very patient right now. Yes, where would you be bullish? Yeah, I would need to see ES tap. That's probably what's gonna happen here, man. We're probably gonna just sell lower down into here. Yeah, that was pretty solid. You see price put in this up close candle, close through it, retest it. I may short this, guys. Stop above here, target the low. Say 1015. Let's see if price can give another drive up in here and show some resistance because there is a clean up close candle. I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm looking at, right? We have this up close candle into a higher time frame zone. We close underneath it and try to break it here with this retest, give a nice strong closure. And now we're holding this EMA. What is that, a 5-point stop for 9 points? I think I want to try this. Let me see how many contracts that would be. I'll just give a jab at it. 9 points would be 11 micros. Go 10 micros here. And are there any inversions over here? I think I'm gonna miss this one, but I like it. I'm just looking for, let's look at NASDAQ. Does NASDAQ agree with what's happening here? Probably missed this up close. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this one. Let's let this one go. Even though it looks like it's bearish, it's just when I look at the clock, I'm like, all right, it's 1016. We did retest this level, but similar to yesterday's short, I remember I shorted, what time did I short? Right here, I shorted at 1026 and the market just decided it wanted to push higher. There was no other reason other than it just wanted to sweep that high. And maybe it was just too clean, but this is another situation where I want to short it, but let's see if we get some sort of manipulation because if you look at NASDAQ really didn't hit anything bearish. ES does. We're right at a beautiful level, but look how far away NASDAQ is from that level. All right, so it's almost like just give it a little more time, but I do like this area for shorts. And now you're starting to see NASDAQ drive into this bullish area. So we may get that divergence now, right? Where NASDAQ sweeps out this 6 p.m. low. I don't know, bro. It just looks like it's just going to keep going lower. Regardless of whatever I'm talking about, it looks bearish. Any fair value gaps in here? Okay, you got this 1 minute gap. This could send price back up. While NASDAQ is reaching into very bullish territory. You have ES still inside of this area here. Yeah, if you are in shorts, man, you could go break even right now, which is still trash. I hate break even trades, but I think I'll just wait it out and see how these higher time frame candles start to close. We're definitely gonna get this fair value gap. Nasdaq wants these lows in here, man. Retesting this 2 a.m. price. Wow, look at it go. Beautiful shorts, man. Some stuff is some stuff is so strange, bro. It makes you wonder, like, what makes price decide to just be cooperative and give you a perfect trade one day, and then the next day it'll take all your money, sweep the same level 3 or 4 different times before dropping. This is a beautiful short. It's almost like you just have to just take every setup that you like and just see what happens, because markets are randomly stupid at times. This is so beautiful, and I'm kind of upset I didn't take it. But it's still super early, right? So good tape read there. It's just tough to go for the short when you understand that it's so early. But beautiful. We haven't hit anything important yet on NASDAQ as far as bearish structure goes. All right. So we have this 15-minute gap open now. We did fill this 5-minute gap. I think this is probably going to end up being a reversal profile when you think about, okay, look at how fast we went up, and then look at how fast we push back down. We sweep into very bullish territory here. If we get a strong reaction out of here, I'm going to start looking for buys. No question. And this level right here is, we had boom, boom, boom. And then you have 1, 2, 3, down close candle. Yeah, I don't want to see price close underneath this level now on a higher time frame. So now that we're showing this sweep, I want to see this hourly candle start rejecting. And that will be my cue that price may start to push back towards this hourly high as liquidity. All right. Really nice short, ES. I'm proud of you for that, man. Just keep it up, bro. But you can see, right? This is pretty clean. Higher time frame level gets hit. Up close candle. Like I mentioned yesterday, if you're trading ICT, you should focus on learning those changing the states of delivery, which is very simple. All you're looking for is either one candle to drive into a point of interest or multiple candles. It could be one candle, 2, 3, 4. It depends, right? But here you see it's a clear one candle that price got underneath and used as resistance. Every move starts with an up close candle. Well, every sell starts with an up close candle, and every buy starts with a down close candle. So if you look down here, you see this down close candle is actually serving as resistance right now. Price is unable to get underneath it. We sweep it, and now we're pushing back up. I think this is going to be bullish. Let's see. 1022, nice rejection. A few good areas of interest. All right, cool. And now we should see some sort of divergence down here, right? Yeah, there's a nice divergence here. We're sweeping this low. I need to see very bullish structure here. Got that divergence at the low now. We had that divergence off of this key level. If you remember this morning, this was a beautiful reversal. And now we're starting to see that wick pressure here. Candle's going to close in 30 minutes. Let's see what this 30-minute candle does here. I can start drawing this up with the 30-minute anticipation of higher. Right, so looking at this one here. How was the order flow? All right, yeah, so we filled it here. At 1 a.m., the 30-minute chart, what happens 1 a.m.? Yeah, the 30-minute chart puts in this down close candle and it uses this down close candle to go higher. So I'll be looking for price to put in a down close candle. Maybe it's already doing it on the 15-minute. Yeah. Well, not even 5-minute. All right, there we go. So we have that down close candle here. Let's go look at 1 a.m. I like to look at previous areas of interest to see how price was able to put together those trades. So at 1 a.m. over here, I noticed that price was flipping bullish. And right at 1 a.m., you start. Oh, my goodness. All right, but right here at 1 a.m., you see price start putting in these down close candles and start respecting these down close candles to go higher. We sweep this level here, but you'll notice price never gets comfortable underneath this down close candle. You get maybe 1 5-minute closure and then rips. And if we go to the ES example of when price was bullish, it was probably a little bit before 1 a.m. Yeah, so it was here 6 a.m. All right, wait, let me make sure. Bearish candle, boom, boom. Yeah, so it was 6 a.m. when we started to flip this. 6 a.m. If I go to the 5-minute at 6 a.m., what were we seeing? Beautiful. Look at that. You're going to see down close candles, 6 a.m. Where are you? Perfect. So we're going to see down close candles being used to go higher. Here's your down close candle that was used. You can see price does manipulate it a little bit, but as far as like getting comfortable underneath it, look at the bodies underneath it. You always include the wick, right? So if I zoom in, you'll see that this 5-minute candle, I'm sorry, no, this 6 a.m. was here. So what you want to know is, all right, give me a down close candle that was retested and shows a break in structure. So those don't even show any breaks in structure. The 5-minute candles are still closing very basic. This is going to be your 5-minute candle right here after 6 a.m. where you see price close above it, retest this down close candle range, and then start closing above, right? If you look at these, we have this 5-minute candle, retest, nothing, nothing. We're not breaking out. We're giving strong moves off of it, but we're not breaking these previous candles at all, right? So I'm looking for a 5-minute candle to retest. Yeah, this zone right here would have been perfect. And this was at 7:35. So at 6 a.m., you get the confirmation on the higher time frame, right? And even if you look over here, let's say right before 6 a.m., right before that candle close, you're going to see 5-minute down close candles that are holding price up. Here's your 5-minute candle. We close above it, retest, break structure, retest again, break more structure. Beautiful area of interest. We drag that over. That's going to be the same level that we shorted off earlier. So the moment we start getting like 30-minute closures, I can start looking inside of that 30-minute or that hourly candle for those 5-minute um areas of interest. And then we have boom, boom, pushing to it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah, start looking inside of this rejection for some sort of 5-minute structure. So this is nice. The fact that we have this down close candle, right? And price is, what is this? Why is this level highlighted? This is beautiful because price is either going to start respecting this down close candle or not, right? So I'll just keep my eyes on how price responds. Now that we have a drive into bullish territory, we have a down close candle to work off of. And we should get like a 15-minute down close, maybe even a 30-minute down close candle, depending on how it closes, right? But we do have this 5-minute for sure. And what's my target? My target's gonna be, like I mentioned, 930. This level up here is where we see more resistance. And that's the same profile I typically like to read, right? I want to see price sweep into a higher time frame bullish area, take out that pre-market low, which 8 to 10 a.m. we took out those lows. And now let's see if we can start building some resistance, holding structure to go higher. Right? It's okay if we see sweeps underneath here. You just don't want to see price get too comfortable underneath here. So like you can just put like a note here for yourself. I don't want to see price get too comfortable underneath 25,667. I don't know why I have that highlighted. What is that? Oh, okay. Must be like a 1 minute down close candle. Yeah. All right, here we go. This if we're truly if we're truly bullish, you'll start to see price show more speed once again. If not, I'll be watching this hourly for hourly closure underneath, and then I'll be looking for the same thing we just saw. But this time I'm just gonna take it. I would just take it. The same thing we saw here, where price literally closes through this level, pulls back into it, gives you a perfect short. No remorse, no manipulation, no nothing. It just closed through that zone, pull back, short. All right. If we get another strong closure through this next zone here, I will be looking for a pullback that offers some sort of lower time frame resistance and then short. I don't anticipate that, right? I would anticipate if we do stay up under here, we're probably going to flip it very aggressively and then try to use it to go higher. That's what I would anticipate because of how bearish this market has been so far this session, right? But you just have to play whatever the market gives. If it wants to close through here and then retest and hold, then I'm okay with that as well, because we have this next level down here where we have, where is it? Looks like this down close candle was the only one that was broken. We sweep the low, don't really get too comfortable underneath it, and then blast higher. Or you could say this down close candle right here just hasn't been retested yet. So maybe that could be an area of interest. But this looks so aggressive right now. Just bleeding, yo. That was a great short, man. This level held up twice. Initial short, pulls back, shorts again. However, this 5-minute candle still seems to be holding up. I don't see much action underneath it just yet. But we're chilling. I'm going to watch ES here and see if we get any trade ideas. And higher time frame is definitely going to be a better example of what's actually going on. All right, cool. Yeah, so this, let me fix this level here. This low right here is important, bang. Man, who told price to be so bearish? Let's see what crypto's up to. Oh, wow. Crypto just ripped through all of these bullish points of interest. Oh man, yeah. If we start closing underneath here, there's still 26 minutes left, but this looks weak. My goodness. This looks weak. I had a few levels in here that I wanted to see hold up. Beautiful break and retest on crypto here. Look at that, right? So this first level right here was broken at 33.02. We closed at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. closed. what happens, price pushes back into it, gives you this up close candle. It doesn't really offer much of a retest though. So no real trade here. Yeah. You get a fair value gap, maybe, but no real break and retest so far. And then if you look lower, it all depends on how this candle closes, right? If this turns into a wick, then that literally opens the door for higher prices. But if we start closing underneath here, then you could definitely start looking for lower. Oh my goodness, bro. This is, if trading was like, I don't know, bro. I just keep thinking about yesterday, like, bro, like, why y'all do all of this up here? Knowing that you're bearish. I remember calling out the shorts well in advance. Like, yo, bro, I think price can go all the way down here to this 50% of this range. I remember specifically drawing up the shorts, wanting shorts down to where price is at right now. And it waited until, what time was the sell-off? Sell-off started at 2 o'clock. The real trade started to play out at 2 p.m. while the first 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m., 1 p.m., the first 4 hours decided to just waste everybody's time, knowing that it's not bullish. That right there, bro, that's pure kryptonite for me. Like, I just don't understand how it's able to do stuff like that. It's like so evil, bro. Like, just go where you're supposed to be going, bro. You're not bullish. You are not bullish. And then here we are today. You take the first presented sell setup and you catch literally shorts from here, 5-point stop, like I was going to take here. You catch 15 points, 1 to 3 R, without ever even getting close to your stop loss. Like, so yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing here. Just take the setup, bro. Who cares? If it wants to stop you out, at this point, you know how to read these charts well enough to understand that if you like it, just take it, see what happens. Where was that short yesterday? Here was that short here. There was really no re-entry unless you just kept that short bias. But for me, I would have wanted price to get underneath here, this same level here. The same level I wanted shorts from. I want to see price underneath it before I short it. And here, I think this is where I bought. Yeah, I bought it because price was holding this as resistance. Didn't want to go underneath it. So good buy there. Good, like, great read, bro. Great read. But as you can see, the entire setup pretty much revolved around this 9:30 open. 9:30 gave you the resistance. 10 a.m. Retested it, showed resistance, showed more resistance, finally gets back underneath, and you get the short. And then once price got back above it, you look for buys with a tight stop, go break even. You know, don't want to be too comfortable holding buys because I really don't think it's bullish. Price gets underneath it, breaks up again, gets underneath it, breaks up again. Just wasting time here, right? Pure time distortion. Wasting time because it's not going towards the highs. It's just making sure it stops out people who are short. And then finally you get the break and the retest that holds. And now you start looking for short. And there goes your massive short. And then now look at today, right? We have the break and the retest short. And now we're breaking again, but it's still super early. So I don't want to get too caught up. Similar to yesterday, you don't want to be short down here unless the higher time frame is telling you. All right, so gotta wait for these candles to close here. If we start closing underneath these on the higher time frame, then I can start looking for a lower time frame retest to go lower. But right now, there's still too much time in this candle where this could turn into a wick, you know. So That's what I'm doing here. I'm adding these 30-minute and 1 hour closures to certain areas. That way I don't get caught up on the lower time frame, sorting at the wrong places or buying at the wrong places. But I think this may just be over. It all depends on how these candles close, but it just looks like price is just being stupid. One directional price action. All right, yeah. So I'm chilling, guys. I'm gonna just sit back and wait for these higher time frame candles to close because this is ridiculous, right? No reason for me to be looking this short anymore. I'm just looking for where is price gonna find that support here. This engulfing candle, we had this down close candle at the high, right? Once we get this down close candle, you notice that price uses this entire down close candle from high to low, trades within that range, and then you start pushing higher. So I would expect that to happen here. Price could even try and sweep this as liquidity here if it wants to, right? Oh my goodness, kid. Bro, trading is so stupid, bro. The longer you trade, the more you realize how stupid the markets are. They make no sense. They make no sense. It's honestly, it's impressive how much money we're able to make trading these markets because they literally make no sense. And that's why a lot of new traders they struggle. They struggle hard because when you first get in, there's something that tells you that, oh, there's this pattern. If I just learn the right pattern, or if I just find out which which model actually shows up the most, or if I find an A+ model, and that's where you get caught in the trap because there is no magical model. You just have to have certain concepts, right? And in between those concepts is where you just pick and choose where you want to get in and get out. That's it. Concepts are very, very simple, right? For me, all I need to know is where is price showing the most volume? Where are you getting those big moves, right? Those are going to be my areas of interest. Once we get into that area of interest, I want to see price show some sort of resistance. And from there, you can pick and choose which setup you want to get in. But there really isn't no magic entry model, right? We just saw the same entry model here that I took yesterday. We see this right here play out for a massive short with no stress at all, right? You get over 20 points, but then you see the same exact setup the previous session and it just completely refuses to deliver. And instead of doing something like this, it decides to go the opposite way for about 4 hours, right? That's just that's stupidity to me because there's nothing that would have told you that, hey, price may not go lower here. It just chose not to go lower. And if you're using like a pattern, some sort of like entry model, you're bound to take that loss no matter what, right? It's just tough because at the same time, like you have to have some sort of strategy. You have to have some sort of rules, which essentially creates a pattern in your trading, right? I want to see certain things so that I can get in. But as long as you're not like zoomed in onto that lower time frame, you can make money. You can make a good amount of money off patterns. It's not gonna just be like this holy grail 100% win rate, but you can win 70% of the time, 60% of the time. And here goes that wick. This is nice. 14 minutes left. I want to see price wick and leave some sort of 5-minute down close candle. And then I think this will be where price starts to create that move back higher. I would love to see price hold this upper half here. All right, let me look over here. So we have this fair value gap, down close candle, push into it. All right. We held this level here. This was nice. Really nice. All right, you see this engulfing candle? Price pushes into that low, holds it beautifully, and then expands higher. Once we break this down close candle, you'll notice what? Price starts to use this down close candle. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna use this level here. This looks a lot cleaner. Price uses the high of this down close candle to go higher. So I would like to see the body to that high, show some resistance. And now we're pushing into the deepest parts of this down close candle and showing that resistance right now in live price action. So this could be where price finally finds support. And if I'm looking up above, I don't see much that would stop price from getting back to here, at least back to 10 a.m. You already know 10 a.m. is a magnet. And then you have potentially this high here. So if I'm looking, I'm like, all right. This order block right here gets my attention. I want to see price get above it. All right. So it'll be something like this. Oh, I want to see price get back inside of that bearish candle and start rejecting it, right? Showing that it might not want to go lower and then look for higher. But if we just keep leeching here, if this doesn't turn into a wick, then this could end up being the retest here for lower. It's crazy. All right, yeah, we're good. There we go. That's the reaction we want to see. Let's go find these 5 minute down close candles. There goes your down close candle there. I need to see NASDAQ show some resistance too, though, because we did close extremely strong underneath here. Yeah, I don't know, man. This could still be, if I'm buying this, I'm literally only buying it up to this zone here, because this could end up sending price even lower. All right, look at this. Yeah. Yeah. This is crazy, kid. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. Starting to see that pressure finally. Right. So if I just look at ES, because ES is always cleaner than NASDAQ, never fails. So what am I looking at, right? We see all of these up close candles, but I want to pay attention to the down close candles as well. So with this engulfing bullish candle, we jab into it once, fail to make a high, we get SMT. All right. Which is fine. Price can do this sometimes where it'll give you, where is it? Okay. Give you this boom, 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 sweep, boom, boom, boom. All right. So with that, I'm looking at the area right up under it and looking for support. This was the support I wanted to see. We're seeing massive rejection off of it. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And we have 9 minutes left in this candle. So this is why I need to add the higher time frame reactions to my trading, because that 1 minute chart will literally trap you. Like, a lot of people probably tried to short down here for no reason, similar to what I did yesterday, right? So now we have down close candles that are actually holding up. And I like this one right here, right? Because we actually swept the low, closed right back in the range. And now I want to see price get on top of it, retest it, and show that there's no interest to go underneath it anymore, and then start climbing higher. And that's going to be the start of the reversal. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Same thing over here. It's going to be, like I said, tricky to pick your targets. You don't want to be too bullish. Literally, 10 a.m. may be my target, and then that's it. Get out of the trade, because it could turn around and dump right back on you right after we hit that 10 a.m. price. All right, so let's see here. NASDAQ, what is NASDAQ telling us here? We have this bullish gap. We stab into the base of it. We stab into this down close candle, showing resistance. Mm, 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 mm. So with this right here, I would want to see price close this hourly candle and immediately start pushing higher. I don't see any reason for price to open another candle and then start pushing deeper. So that's what I'm waiting for here. But also, man, if you guys have had a green week so far, go ahead, drop a like on the stream if you're green for the week. This will be the second week of January. We're in profit both weeks. Both weeks, one red day each week so far, and the rest have been pretty clean. Just looking to keep it going, man. Like I said, bro, the markets makes no sense most of the time. And then you have some days where it actually does make sense, but it's almost like it makes sense way less than the nonsense that goes on. There's always a ton of stupidity going on. So we're doing very well for some retail traders. But yeah, this right here is, I don't want to see a closure underneath it. We might get this closure underneath it. 5 minutes left. I want to see at least, maybe ES get above this down close candle or stay within the range of it right here, this low. All right, this 2 a.m. candle low. I would love to see price reject here, similar to what we did on this move. If we start closing underneath it, that's the first sign of weakness. There we go. Nice. Now I need NASDAQ to show some type of there it is. All right. Yeah, let's see if we can start looking up a trade here. All right, 2-minute chart. What's happening inside of this two-minute chart with this 5-minute candle? Let's highlight this 5-minute candle. This right here can literally be the catalyst for the entire move. Simple as that. ES is slightly stronger today. Wow, 10 a.m. is already right there, yo. We haven't had any pullbacks. So what I'm anticipating here, all right, because it is almost 11 a.m., we have 5 minutes. I would like to see the new 11 a.m. candle, that 1 hour candle open, push back into here, show me that it doesn't want to go lower, and then I'll buy that target up here somewhere. The volume has been spectacular. All right, so just looking for a pullback now. So if you notice, right, what happened here? We close bearish, close above it, the retest pushes higher. Now you're looking to see if price can just give you a pullback so you can see it close through some type of candle, right? We pull down in here and then start closing back above. That's a beautiful signature for higher. So far, NASDAQ has not closed through here. Still waiting. 30-minute candle looks good. Everything looks good for higher. And this could be the low of the session, man. Look at where we're hitting. We're hitting basically the beginning of this bullish move. We had, just pay attention to the hourly, right? Let's look at the down close candles over here. We saw price close above this down close candle, retest it, retest it, and then blast off. These down close candles right here are now being used as potential support, where this one was used to create the move. Nice. And you have this down close candle right here creating the move. Then we get that pullback. And now price is using this down close candle. This is beautiful. All right, let's see if we can get, man, I want to see price close back within this range here so we don't have to worry about a sell-off from this level, right? I would love to see a wick back up in here so that when we retest the lows, we know that we should go higher. Oh my goodness, yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's see if this next candle can give me a retest, and I will be ready for this. I don't see much going on down here. Zoom in on ES so that I don't miss what's actually going on here. So we have a few down close candles, right? We see the 2-minute offer a closure above here, so the same level, the same exact level. If we narrow it down, this is the down close candle that I like because we close above it, retest the body of it, and then show expansion from it. So now we've already seen what we want to see on the 5-minute. We're seeing it on the 2-minute, which could give you a head start on this trade. It all depends on what this new 30-minute, not 30-minute, this new 11 a.m. candle does. All right, Nice. I'll take that. That's not bad. I'll take that. 46 seconds left. What you want to see is the new candle open, fill in this wick a little bit, and then go higher. Excuse me. God bless me. All right, cool. This is nice. I can't argue with this. I have to take this. I just want to make sure my targets are correct. My first target is going to be, we're already at 10 a.m. So target is going to be that same high that we put in here. These levels here should be taken out. So where I took the short or where I drew up the short the first time, I'm going to target those highs. Price should break through those highs. And now that we're hitting 10 a.m. for the first time after hitting that, we should see rejection here, right? Literally, you should see price just reject for no reason other than it's just retesting 10 a.m. That'll serve as some sort of resistance, most likely. And once that turns around, I'm looking to take a trade. Yeah. And there goes your resistance. Yeah, this is gonna be textbook. I want to see price. I can go down to the 2 minute now simply because if you look, we break here, retest, break, and then now we get another strong break. I don't want to miss this trade. So any pullback into this yellow zone or even 50%, right? This is where the Fibonacci could save the day. Any pullback in the 50% here, I'm looking for price to just stab into this area here and then start to turn. Hopefully it gives us a chance, bro. If not, I may have to start. Let's see here. You got this bearish gap. We completely closed through that bearish gap. I'm just waiting on some rejection, bro. Don't want to try to do something too weird here. I just hate when price does stuff like this because you'll see it. It'll just keep going straight up, and I'll be like, you gotta be kidding me. But how price responds at this 10 a.m. level here? My first jab right now, it's 11 a.m. Okay, it's still early. It's still early. We should see this hold. We should see some pullback here. All right, nice rejection. Now just pull back. If price starts to close above 10 a.m. and hold 10 a.m., what I'll do is I'll take my first entry right above 10 a.m. with a tight stop, anticipating price to try to run away. If price doesn't run away, then you wait for the pullback and then you take your second opportunity and then that's it. But hypothetically speaking, this is the best case scenario where we reject 10 a.m. like we said, and we wait for price to start flipping, right? And when I say flip, I mean put in bearish candles, and then start to reclaim those bearish candles, retest those bearish candles, and then just keep going higher. That's when you know price is using those down close candles to go higher, and that's when I'll enter. Mark off 50% of NASDAQ as well, just in case there's a divergence. All right, nice. Nice, nice, nice. So going back to the higher time frame, what are we tapping into? Look at that. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at how the hourly candle made sure to close inside of this down close candle, showing you that this could still be support. So the base, I'm going to do this here. This right here, I want to see price start to get above here. And also over here, we have this candle here. I want to see price hold above this. Right? So you can see the discrepancy, right? ES is above that candle that I'm looking at. I want to see ES maintain that. And then NASDAQ is playing in the bottom half of it. I want to see NASDAQ reclaim that bottom half, and that'll pretty much, let me do this as well. Clean up some of these. So this is going to be gray. This is not the area that we're trading from right now. I think we're about to get ready to go in here. This is going to be great as well. 2-minute chart. All right, nice. Here you go. You see NASDAQ. 1 second. All right, so I'm going to take this here. I do want to kind of wait for this closure here just in case, because NASDAQ still hasn't shown that it's able to get above this level yet. So we could get another pullback. And I'm looking for a tight stop so that I can take advantage of this move. 6.5 points will be 15 micros. All right. So how, depending on how price holds here, I'll probably go ahead and get in. Let's see. We got 10 a.m. here. Retesting that 10 a.m. 2-minute chart. Let's see how this closes here. Don't want to get too antsy. Let me make sure there's no bearish gaps up above. Nice. We've already filled in those bearish gaps. And we're holding 10 a.m. So far, so good. There's this bullish fair value gap sitting right here. Price could want to fill. We have the EMA right here as well. Stop underneath here. All right, yeah, this looks like it might run 6.5, 15 contracts. Come on. I'm just waiting for that stupid pullback that always seems to happen as soon as I buy it. Ideal entry price. But we are closing above these down close candles. NASDAQ doing the same. All right, let me get in there. 6981.981. Oh no. I was not able to type that up, kid, as I was typing it. Wow. But yeah, first TP is going to be this high. We should get a pullback Oh, actually, no, we've already tapped into this 6 p.m. price once, sold off. So the next time we see it, I'm anticipating price to blast through it. Let's go to the higher time frame, figure out where those gaps are. That's gonna be the draw. Yeah. So we got that bearish gap right there. All right. And let me put in a target here. Got that bearish gap right there, 30-minute gap right there as well. So once price fills in this gap, you can see price hit this up close candle here. That'll be my target because I don't think price is bearish anymore, but you don't want to get too greedy at the same time, right? So I'm looking for this gap fill as TP1. Man, I wasn't able to type this up. VIP is gonna miss this one. Maybe you could type up NASDAQ. Let's see. All right, yeah, NASDAQ is breaking this level here. I may be able to VIP NASDAQ real quick. Wow, this thing is running. Let's see how the 6 p.m. price holds up. You could see rejection once again just because it wants to be stupid. But we saw a lot of rejection from this level. I want to see highs taken out. And I think I'm going to type this up for VIP. 55 points. And then we just look for 60 points here. 25,701. There goes more rejection off of that 6 p.m. price. Bro, some stuff is just so lame to me, bro. It's gonna do that for whatever reason. Don't know why it likes to do that, but 25,701 NASDAQ stop below here. Where's that 5-minute candle? 5-minute candle would be down here, and here goes the rejection I was talking about. If we're bearish, this could be bad because this could rip right through all of this, but I don't anticipate it to be bearish. Maybe price just retest this down close candle real quick on NASDAQ. Remember, this green zone here is where I wanted to see price get above. We're above it now. It looks like it's retesting it. Let's see. So trash, bro. I would love to see price just run to TP for once, but here we go. Yep. A ton of rejection off of this level once again. See if we got some 1-minute gaps. And yeah, there we go. We got a 1-minute gap, EMA support. I want to see this hold up. And 25,000, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Here we go. All right, so yeah, we're looking for speed now out of this gap. We're above 10 a.m. If Nasdaq can get above this down close candle here, I'll signal this to VIP 6 9, go like 65. Yeah, 65 points on the TP. But as I mentioned, bro, if this wants to be resistance, I may get out if this gap doesn't hold, just because that's not a good look. We're rejecting from a very, very bearish point of interest right now. It's okay to see a pullback, but you want to see a pullback and then respect bullish structure. That way it tells you, okay, we should take this high and continue. Compare it to an inversion. You want to see these gaps hold up, man. 6 8. All right, there you go. Good speed there. See if we can get this closure on the NASDAQ. Mm-mm. It's hilarious, bro. Like, bro, why do you do all this type of stuff? Like, we just saw you sell off effortlessly. We just saw you buy up effortlessly. So don't wait until I get into a trade to start going nowhere. Crazy, man. 1 minute chart. Are we holding any? Yeah, it looks like this up close candle right here. We need to see a closure through it. Come on, do your thing, man. There you go. That's what you want to see right there. That's what you want to see right there. Break through all that so-called resistance with a closure. You better not wick. If this wicks, I think I'm going to be out of this trade. There we go. Good job. So I just signaled this to VIP now. We should get a strong closure here. Ideally. I could have even maybe, but my entry was slightly better on ES, so I didn't want to give them a bad entry on ES. We got a great fill here on NASDAQ. As long as this closes bullish in 4 seconds, there it is. Nice. So yeah, I would say this is a good trade idea. You can even have a tighter stop. Probably should try to run here at least to 10 a.m. for NASDAQ. Put an alert here. Crypto should start showing some life off of this down close candle. Same thing. This price here. Why are you screaming? Where we at? Where we at? Yeah, there. Go down to the lower time frame, see what that looks like. Nice. You got that 5 minute candle. Serving as a down close candle here. See if price wants to continue off of it. Let's see here. What about the gold and silver? Let's see what those look like. Boom, boom, boom. Duplicate. Is this mine? All right, that's mine there. Let's see what gold and silver looks like. Gold and silver are pretty popular nowadays, huh? All right, let's see. Nice. So we're pushing into this bullish gap here. Nice. Price holds this candle here. I would say this is your bullish down close candle here. Price doesn't show any comfort underneath it and then uses it as support multiple times. And look at that. Does it again here. Looks like this is going to be bullish as well. Do we have any speed on our... Oh, look at that. There we go. Nice. Nice. All right, I'm gonna focus up. Like I said, I have an alert here for 10 a.m. I'm gonna hold ES until NASDAQ hits 10 a.m. And then we have this gap fill coming up here on ES. Bang, there we go. Let's see. Remember I said 6 p.m. should be used as support now. So if we made a high here, right? Rejected, respected, bullish structure. I'm anticipating the next high to be taken, which would be here. All right. And once that high is taken, look above what else could be stopping price. The next high is way up here, right? So I may even just try to let this run a little bit. Not being greedy, but I think we should see a massive move. I don't think we're bearish anymore. I think we hit a if we go back and look, right? Let's go look at the last time price tapped into this area. What type of reaction we gave from price. When we retested this area here, the last move shot way up here. And it did it almost instantly. This was Thursday. By Thursday morning, it was already back at that high. This is Thursday at 12:30 a.m. By 11:30 a.m., it was go time. Massive move. All right, price filling in that gap there. Bingo. All right, I can start trimming here. I don't want to get too greedy, bro. I don't want to get too greedy, bro. And it never fails, bro. It hits certain levels and then it just immediately, when I say immediately rejects, like you gotta be kidding me, bro. Did we hit 6 p.m. here? I don't know, man. I might be cooked. I guess I should have had my TP literally right here. So stupid, bro. If we can hold this 6 a.m. price, I'm sorry, 6 p.m. price, then we should be good. I just don't understand why price would reject right now, knowing that we haven't hit 10 a.m. yet on NASDAQ. That's the one thing that's going to keep me in this trade. I want to see 10 a.m. at the very least for NASDAQ. But then there's this 6 p.m. price that could be, it could serve as the same type of deal for 10 a.m. But I think I just have to hold this, bro, because we haven't hit this 6 p.m. yet. We are getting rejection, which you expect that, right? We hit 6 p.m., we hit 10 a.m. once already, and we sold off. Now we're getting this bullish pressure. We should retest these levels before going much lower. So let's just give it a chance here, man. Give it a chance here. I just wish it would stop being so weird, bro. We've already rejected 6 p.m., so price should not get up under 6 p.m. And then here we haven't hit 6 p.m. at all. We haven't hit 10 a.m. at all. So I'm looking for that push back into that level. So lame, bro. It's like it just wants you to do something stupid. Maybe get out early or don't get out. But if we're bullish, man, we should see way more upside. But if we're bearish, this is it right here. It might be over with. It's only 11 o'clock, bro. I think we're bullish. We gave beautiful shorts, right? No manipulation, no nothing on these on this move lower, which kind of tells me that it wasn't legit, right? This looks like price was just in a hurry to go sweep some liquidity. And now that we've swept it, oh, here we go, bro. Did this hit? Let me go check NASDAQ here. No, bro, it hasn't hit it yet, bro. Why is it? I could be cooked, guys. I could be absolutely fried. If I am, if this doesn't continue bullish, bro, this will be the most aggravating session ever. We are retesting this EMA. All right, whatever that means. Maybe price just needed to touch the EMA one time. I don't know, bro. Part of me wants to get out, but the other part of me is like, bro, this is trading, bro. Trading can be very, very stupid for no reason. And you could still be right. You know what I mean? You could still be bullish as, bullish as possible, but yet it just wants to waste time. So because I know the market likes to be stupid, I either have to accept this risk. I might go break even here. That way I don't get too upset. But I feel like, yeah, if we can't get back through this, it's over, bro. And I'm just about to stop trading this stupid stuff. I might switch over to silver. Go find something else to do, bro, because this is wasting too much time. Here we are over here, showing some strength, while ES and NASDAQ just waste people's life. We have where is it? Buddy, what? What? All right, so where would the entry be? I don't really see an entry unless you get in on this, literally this down close candle right here. Price gets above it, reject. If you start breaking out here, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. What about crypto? Crypto down close candle, boom, 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 push higher, hit this EMA. Where's the resistance gonna be? I don't see any higher time frame gaps just yet. Okay, 15-minute gap here. We fill it in. Yeah, this should go literally to this high, bro. Come on, bro. This is so bullish. All right, we had this 15-minute gap. We fill in the gap, push right back into this area of interest, and you see strong reactions. Price should push at least to that 15-minute high. At the very least, right? Let me see, man. I might have to start trading that crypto. I say that all the time, but it's like these prop firms don't even really offer crypto. If anything, it'll be like silver. But it's strange because if silver is moving, if gold is moving well, then we should be okay. I was gonna say we should be moving well over here too, man. Price should be on its way higher with no remorse. Like just go. We just saw all of this bearish pressure effortlessly fall. Now you should see a complete recovery. If not a complete recovery, we should at least retest the 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. prices over here, right? And I think that's probably where I'm going to TP out of this once we start tapping into these 10 a.m. levels here on NASDAQ, because I don't like all of this unnecessary resistance. We should literally be on cruise control right now, straight up. Let Let me go back and look. How many points are we up on the VIP? It's only 20 points. Looking for 60 points on the VIP trade, bro. And that's simply because we have this 1 hour fair value gap at this high. We've already tested 10 a.m., sold off. So I'm anticipating the same type of reaction where we push into it again. We should see a break retest to go higher and then fill in that 1 hour gap. But hey, man, this could take 7 days to do this. I wish there was a market that was more volatile than NASDAQ, bro. Like, you would think these would be the best assets to trade, but like lately, bro, they just pick and choose when they don't want to go anywhere. And that's just evil. I really might start trading gold for real. Gold is offered on every prop firm. Let's see how this responds here. Because if I'm bullish, right, I would want to see price offer a setup on top of these down close candles here. So we have, this is going to be your area of interest right here. Oh, wait, let me check on this. All right, there we go. Let's see if we can get a breakthrough 10 a.m. on NASDAQ. There we go. Alerts are going off. 10 a.m. is being hit. Let's see some speed. There we go. There we go. Now I can start getting out of this position. This is a trade I want right here. I don't want to see any crazy wicks lower. If anything, just keep going higher, bro. But I'm going to trail at 700 here. Should be good at 700. But I want to see, I would rather just wait for 930 to get hit, but you just don't want to be too exposed now that you've won the trade. I refuse to do that again. All right, I'm out there. I'm out there, guys. If we can just, come on, NASDAQ, bro. Just be consistent for like 3 months. That's all I'm asking. So far this year, we've been good. Yesterday, I'm very grateful for yesterday because I learned that I'm just gonna lean more on that higher time frame rejection, because sometimes you get those lower time frame confirmations and it just turns into like a higher time frame wick. You know what I mean? So I'm all out there for 9-10 points. Don't want to get too greedy here. VIP. I'm gonna have VIP probably go reduce risk here. We were at 55. Let's go 25 points on the stop. Underneath this zone here. Now that we've broken 10 a.m., we know that price, we literally just saw the same thing happen, right? We broke 10 a.m. I'm sorry, we broke 6 a.m. over here. Really good trade. I just wish it would just keep going. But we saw price hit this 6 p.m., right? We broke it and immediately pushed right back underneath it for no reason other than to waste time. I don't want to hear the fact that you need to rebalance. We just saw you sell off for 40 points without rebalancing a thing. So I don't care about you needing to rebalance. Here you go, rebalancing after taking that 6 p.m. and then push higher. I want to see NASDAQ. Bro, I'm not talking to you. I want to see NASDAQ do the same here. Take 10 a.m., rebalance if it needs to, I guess, whatever the case may be. But rebalance. And then from here, get back above it. Continue trading higher. All right. Floating about 30 points. I'm going to just have VIP reduce the stops. And then from there, just let it play out. Which is trash, bro. You don't want to see any of this. Like, I'm traumatized. Any pullback just makes me think it's about to try to scam me. It shouldn't be even pulling back, bro. We just saw you sell off with no remorse. Look at this. Just look at it. No pullback. You didn't need to rebalance up here. So why do you need to rebalance on my buy? 25-point stop is gonna be at 25,671. All right, boom, 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 boom. Telling you, bro, some stuff is weird. But if price actually wants to reverse from here, like let's say price doesn't hold these gaps, we have a few 2-minute gaps in here. That's gonna be red flag. Actually, I'm gonna go break even VIP, bro. Yeah, move SL to break even. Just not, I'm just not a fan of pullbacks, bro, because that's how they get you. They show you some life on the upside, and then it makes you think, oh, it's just a pullback. Nope, it'll rip all the way through, way back down here, and I'm like, see, trash. All right, yeah, VIP at break even. I'm all out here. 10 points on the ES, and I'm expecting higher. I would truly expect higher. Let's check on this higher time frame. Let's see if price can close. Where is it? Yeah, price can close back above. Where is that level at? I want to say right here. We had fair value gap, drive into it here. Yeah, if price can close up above this level here, I would say this is clear bullish territory, right? We see price get above it, reject it, go higher. This down close candle was the proof. And then here we have a few other examples. Floating, how many points here? 30 points, nice. All right, yeah, it looks like price is going to continue higher here. Another close through 10 a.m. I don't see anything stopping NASDAQ from going higher. So just let that go. And yeah, I will screenshot these right now and go from there. All right, cool. So where was my entry at? It was down here, right? All right, cool. So yeah, you want to see, well, let's actually look at NASDAQ real quick. Where are we stabbing into? What are we stabbing into? Nothing. NASDAQ has 10 a.m. and that's about it. Yeah, there's really not much in between. Yep, this level right here, you just want to see price stay above it, which is exactly where we drew up that buy. Nice. All right, yeah, cool. So I'll have another alert set here. See if that can push. And then what price is that? 25,766. Nice. All right, cool. Let me go down to the 2-minute here and look at that. Yeah, so we're pushing above this level, and you're starting to see we have this up close candle right here too. I would mark off this entire zone as resistance potentially. We had this up close candle close underneath it, and then we had this up close candle close underneath it, use it as resistance. So that'll be like the next target, but who cares, right? Who cares? Market could take literally all day to get there for no reason, but put this in my notes here. And where was the entry settings? All right, yeah, right there. Good entry, kid. Exit at the top, 10 points. What time is it? It's 11:40. Yeah, I would just say check back in like an hour and see what happens. Part of me wants to sit around and see if this actually takes off, but like I feel like it'll waste your life away. Boom, boom, boom. Where was the okay? So yeah, 5 minute zone down here, higher time frame zone, flips this candle, retest, breaks out, and I ended up entering up here, right? You see how I didn't wait for it to get back down here simply because of how price responded to 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is a beautiful checkpoint for price, and we held that checkpoint and continued higher. All right. So from there, I don't think I really need to put many notes. Everything looks exceptionally clean here. And then you just target this liquidity, which was fair value gap. All right, cool. And I'm wondering, does Nasdaq fill this gap? I don't think so anymore. It looks like it's wasting people's life. This is the type of stuff I'll be talking about. It's probably gonna just randomly dump just for fun, like just to make people lose money. There's no real metric behind price wanting to be lower because it's worth less. It's just moving lower because it knows that it can take people's money doing that. Because right now you should start seeing a massive move. It's too far behind, right? Look at it. We're in this gap already for ES and we're holding the gap. Nasdaq's nowhere near that gap. We break 10 a.m., retest the EMA, show bullishness. You should see a very, very quick move higher. If not, then it's probably a scam. A scam in the making. It's so sad, bro, how they do this to people. But yeah, I'm gonna drop this in the chat. That's my spiel for today. Very clean session. Another green week secured. Um, Next week, let's check the forecast while I'm at it. Works Factory. Next week. Oh wow, next week is a bank holiday. We have Martin Luther King Day on Monday. So no trading Monday unless the market is open. I think it's gonna be closed. I'll double check. I don't think I'll be trading Monday. President Trump speaks at 8:30 on Wednesday. Tuesday, nothing. I think we're good. Starting to see some life here. I just hate when it does stuff like this. Like what is stopping you from just going straight to this high? Other than you just being weird right now. Look at ES. That's why I'm done with NASDAQ, bro. And I'm cheering for NASDAQ to take off so VIP can make some money today. But this is why you trade ES, bro. NASDAQ is a scam, bro. It'll sit here as if it has nowhere to be. And then 45 minutes, 2 hours later, it takes the target. Like, bro, why do I have to wait that long? If you know you're going up here. Get out of my face, bro. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Good session today. And hopefully this keeps going higher. Like right now, what time is it? 11:40. This macro could send price to that high. That'll be fire. But knowing price action, it'll probably just die off randomly. Boom, boom, boom. Entry here. Boom, boom. Let me go ahead and zoom out. Get some screenshots. All right, cool, man. Download that. Oh, there you go. There it is. Where's Nasdaq? This is what I'm talking about. See, if you can trade like this, Mr. Nas, then we might be able to do something this year. All right, so now we're pushing into this level. I'm actually gonna tell VIP to it was what 55 points. Yeah, 1 hour here. Exit out. All right, 56 points. All right, yeah. And the reason why I don't want to hold Nasdaq anymore is just because first of all, it's taking too long. Second of all, it allowed ES to tap into this area of interest, and I know there's going to be some sort of rejection. We don't know if the rejection is going to be caught, maybe pull back and go. We don't know if price is going to push to the next up close candle, 930 price, and then reject. We don't know. So I'm just going to call it there and see you guys next time. That way, everybody has a good Friday. Hopefully, everyone has a good weekend. Let me get these screenshots finally here. Now I'm out of the trades. Everybody's good. All right, cool. Cool, 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 cool. All right, yeah. But yeah, if you guys ended the week green, be sure to like the stream. New 30-minute candle. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense sometimes for price to pull back. I just hate when price offers such a beautiful sell with very minimal pullbacks. But then this is the type of trade I want to see, right? If there is a pullback, I want very tiny pullbacks that respect lower time frame bullish structure. And that's why I can't complain about this trade. In the middle of a pullback, I get nervous because I'm like, bro, how far is this gonna actually pull back? But now we see this is the type of trade you should expect. When you see volume that just flourish like this, you expect the next move to be the exact same, right? So I can't complain about this price action whatsoever. This was actually outstanding delivery and really clean analysis. Best trade we could ask for, to be honest. Besides this short here, this was a short and I missed this short, but for good reason, right? I didn't want to take that, understanding that we should see a pullback, and this was the pullback I was anticipating. Download this one, go to the higher time frame. Download this one, clear up some of these indicators. All right, there we go. Definitely want to do these side by side here. There goes that rejection, right? Save yourself a headache. It's probably going to pull back and continue higher, but like I said, you want volatility, man. Like it increases your chances of being right when you see the volatility, you identify your idea, and you get in. You want that volatility to play out and carry you directly to your target to avoid all the manipulation possibilities. All right, there we go. Really nice, and it looks like the volume is still going. Nice. All right, download this. 30-minute did come in handy today. So I'll copy this to my notes as well. And notice the areas of interest, right? This is beautiful. I definitely needed to add a little bit more patience to my entries for the market open, right? We got the 30-minute closure through this level. Whereas if I was on the lower time frame, I probably would have been trying to buy this level. But you see the 30-minute closure through it. Retest gives you the short. All right. And then now retest here. This closure in this level right here gave it away. There was no reason for me to look for shorts under here because we were watching that 30-minute closure. Download this. And I think that's it, right? Maybe get the 2-minute point of view as well. I mean, 5-minute. Yeah, the 5-minute was fire. Yeah, nice 5-minute down close candle here, highlighted. Boom, boom, boom. But really, it was this one for NASDAQ, right? You see the break, the retest, and then the break through these candles. Beautiful. And then ES was the leader. ES provided that setup first. Break, retest, boom, boom. Nice. And then I'll turn my indicator back on so I can see that 10 a.m. price. Beautiful. 10 a.m. was the confirmation for me today. And that's it. Yeah, so it's 12 o'clock. Hopefully everyone had a good session today. Looking to carry this momentum into next week. Monday is a holiday, so actually I'm just gonna take Monday off. It makes it a lot easier on my journey. You want some off days. You really don't want to trade every single trading day. So take advantage of the holidays. I will not be streaming on Monday. Back in action on Tuesday. And we'll see what we can do. Hopefully everyone has a good weekend. God bless. Take care.